fans, what is going on? Welcome back to the J All Day NFL Show. Today's episode, I want to break down 3 teams that were losers last year that I think have the potential to have winning records here in 2025. Do me a huge favor, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really does help us get into the YouTube algorithm. All right, let's kick off this video with the Dallas Cowboys. I know it kills me being a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but listen, the Cowboys were riddled with injuries last year, finished 7-10, but I think an easier schedule with them getting healthy has them with the potential to win 9, maybe even 10 games. All right, so in the draft, I think they did a really good job. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Tyler Booker draft pick that early in the draft, but he's going to take over for Zach Martin, right? And I think he's going to do good things in this offensive line, just a little early for me. But they also drafted guys I love. Savon Revel in the 3rd round, Donovan Ezeraku, the edge defender, in round 2, and then Jaden Blue, the running back, right? I think great additions to this team. And if we take a look at their overall roster, I mean, there's some solid potential for them, like I said, to win 9-10 games if everything goes their way. Bringing in George Pickens is really going to benefit CeeDee Lamb, which is also going to benefit guys like Ferguson, and then the running back situation. Not the best running back situation here, but Dak Prescott's coming back. He looks like he's a full go. I do like that. And then the defense, getting some guys back healthy, Diggs and Bland. Hopefully they can get through this season nice and healthy. Guys, if you hear some crazy ass noises in the background, they're building an apartment right next door. Nothing I can do about it. But I do want to continue to bring you NFL content this week and all weeks leading up into the NFL season. We're getting closer and closer to kickoff. They have a tough week 1, right? Against the Philadelphia Eagles, obviously. But if you take a look at this Cowboys schedule, it's not the toughest of schedules. They got the Giants, Bears, both winnable games, Packers, and then they have a nice stretch here, Jets and Carolina, both winnable games. Then they got 2 tough games against the Commanders and Broncos back-to-back. That's a tough stretch. But then you go Arizona and then the Raiders, and then they got 3 tough games in a row, actually 4 tough games in a row with Philadelphia, Kansas City, Detroit, and the Minnesota Vikings. And then we finish up the season, Chargers, Washington, New York Giants. So I don't think they're going to be a 12-13 win team. I think, in my opinion, the Dallas Cowboys are going to go 9-8 this year. So if you take a look at this schedule, I see 9 wins. You know, there's a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 wins right there. 7. That's 7 wins right there. And if they split with Washington and the Eagles, that's 9 wins. And that's losing all the big games versus Green Bay, Denver, Kansas City, Detroit, Minnesota. If they could find 1 win, 2 wins out of this stretch here with KC, Detroit, Minnesota, and the Chargers. This stretch right here, from week 12 to week 17, is going to determine the Cowboys season, right? Tough stretch there for the Cowboys, but there are winnable games. I do think this Cowboys roster is good enough to win 9, and if everything goes right, to win 10 games. Once again, we go back to this lineup. You know, if Hooker and Wilson can play, I do like Overshown as well. And Micah Parsons, a new deal probably coming. They have a young offensive line, so we're hoping that they take a step forward. My prediction for the Dallas Cowboys, they go 9-8 this year to turn it around from that 7-10 record of last year. Now, let's move on to my next team. That is the New England Patriots, guys. 4-13 last year, right? 417 points allowed, was 22nd. The offense, not very good at all whatsoever. But big time offseason, right? Big offseason. These are the guys that added or re-signed. Austin Hooper, Carlton Davis III. He's really going to fit in a great defense. I really think Milton Williams, Morgan Moses is going to bring some stability to that offensive line. And Stephon Diggs still has some juice. If you turn on the tape from last year, still got some juice there, guys. And if we take a look at this defense, whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. This defense is going to keep them in a shit ton of games this year, guys. From Peppers to the man, Christian Gonzalez, Davis, the third, Landry and Williams and White. We'll see how Barmore, is he going to come back? Is he not going to come back? We'll have to see. And then Will Campbell, Trevion Henderson, Kyle Williams, Jared Wilson from Georgia, the center. Guys, they really added some offensive weapons in the draft, right? With Diggs on the outside. Mac Hollins is a good guy to take the top off of defenses, right? Yeah, Drake May in year 2 is going to take a really big step forward. This offensive line is going to make or break this team. But the real reason why I think this could be a 9-win team is because this schedule is super freaking easy, guys. One of the easier schedules in the NFL, guys. Look, Raiders, Dolphins, Steelers, Panthers, Bills. And then look at this stretch. We got the Saints, the Titans, and the Browns, all winnable games. Atlanta, Tampa Bay, they're playing the NFC South, all winnable games. Jets, a winnable game. Bengals, winnable game. Giants, winnable game. And then a tough stretch here with the Bills and Baltimore. And then they close out the year with the Jets and Miami, right? This team has the ability to win 9 games, in my opinion. A lot of, coin flip games all year long. And this defense, I'm telling you guys, if we take a look, Milton Williams is going to be a huge addition, right? And then they got Keon White getting better and better each of the last 2 seasons, second-round pick, right? Milton Williams was a dog. And then they got Harold Landry, Over the last 3 years, we've seen a lot of progress from the second-round pick out of, Boston College, Harold Landry III. And then this defense is led by Christian Gonzalez. This dude is a straight ex-wide receiver killer. This dude is a beast, straight up. And then now they brought in Carlton Davis III to come in. Had a great year last year. Auburn Tiger, one of the best years of his career last year. So, excellent in run defense, great, pretty solid in coverage as well. I mean, this defense, I think they're going to play a lot of 17-14, 2017, 23-20 type of games. And if they can win these one-score games, they could be in contention for a wild card spot here in 2025. I really like what the New England Patriots did in the draft. Will Campbell, Trevion Henderson, Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams is going to be a great compliment to Stephon Diggs. I absolutely love that. And then my third and final team that I think can take a losing record, turn it into a winning record here in 2025 is the Arizona Cardinals. 8-9 last year, right? And look, points scored and points allowed, both in the top 15, right? Overall grades, 6th on offense, 13th overall, right? Kyler Murray, James Conner, Marvin Harrison Jr., the big dogs there for the Arizona Cardinals. They also had a pretty good offseason. These are the additions and re-signed players. They brought in a bunch of top 100 guys like Baron Browning, Calais Campbell, Josh Sweat. Really big additions to this defense, guys. Josh Sweat. And then, guys, what a draft. What an absolute unbelievable draft the Arizona Cardinals had, bringing in Walter Nolan, Will Johnson. Will Johnson, top 15 talent. Walter Nolan, top 15 talent. They're going to fit in great on this defense. That's going to be sneaky better than a lot of people are expecting. If we take a look at this depth chart led by Budda Baker, excellent player, Josh Sweat, and we got Zavion Collins on the outside. Will Johnson is a dog, guys. Absolute dog. Big, true, long, quick, outside cornerback in Will Johnson. And this offense is just getting better and better and better, man. Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison Jr., and we got Wilson and Dortch. Which one of them are going to step up this year to be a true number 2? We'll have to see. But I love James Conner, absolutely. And now we take a look at the Arizona Cardinals schedule. Another schedule that I think is very, very winnable. A lot of winnable games here, guys. If we look at the first 7 games, 8 games, 9 games, 11, they're going to be like around even money in all of these games. Like, that's a winnable game. Carolina, I don't think San Francisco's that good. I don't think Seattle's that good either. Neither are the Colts, right? Their first 6 weeks, all winnable games. Then they play the Packers and Cowboys, okay teams. And then 2 division games, Seattle, San Francisco. I mean, the toughest team they play is the Rams. Like, the Bengals don't have a good defense. Houston has a shit offensive line. The Falcons can't get to the quarterback, right? The Arizona Cardinals, I think they could win between 10 and 12 games this year, guys. I really freaking do. All of these games, there might be 4 games that they're dogs in, right? Probably both of the Rams game, Tampa Bay, and then I think San Francisco and Seattle are going to be coin flip games depending on who's home and who's away. So, with Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride, I absolutely love the Arizona Cardinals to be in contention for a wild card spot here in 2025. So that's my 3 teams that were losers last year that can potentially turn that record into a winning one this year in 2025. We got the Dallas Cowboys. We got the Arizona Cardinals and the New England Patriots, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe